Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of July. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the movement to create a culture of continuous improvement in Missouri school districts. Everyone from the Board of Education to the superintendent to the bus driver is responsible for excellence in a school district, according to Dr. Michael Parrish, who has led the implementation of the Baldrige criteria for performance excellence in the Montgomery County, Maryland Public School District since 2000. He was a featured speaker at the 2013 MSBA Leadership Summit held last month. He says Baldrige is not just another program.
This is a way of thinking. This is an organizational structure that helps you build really good systems. You're doing the work anyway. You just need to do it in a much more systematic and systemic way. Baldrige asks approximately 250 questions about how the work gets done. And those are the kinds of difficult questions that organizations need to respond to. And by responding to those questions, it doesn't make your work any easier, but it makes it more efficient, more effective, and that's what we've found throughout.
Parrish emphasized the important role of utilizing data in every aspect of a school district's operation and as a way to monitor performance. MSBA, along with the Missouri Association of School Administrators and the University of Missouri College of Education, have formed the Baldrige in Education Group that's developing ways to support school districts interested in utilizing the Baldrige criteria for performance excellence as a way to encourage a culture of continuous improvement. Continuous improvement is important not just for school districts, but for school board members as well, according to the new president of the Missouri School Boards Association, Phil Hutchinson.
We must seek knowledge on education issues and board service. We must work together to solve our common problems. And we must be strong advocates to those in Jefferson City and Washington who believe that winning an election made them educators.
Hutchinson made his remarks during the Leadership Summit event last month. Other state officers elected at the Delegate Assembly held in conjunction with the Leadership Summit include President-elect Doug Whitehead of Jefferson City and Vice President Mona Coleman of Bolivar. The MSBA Delegate Assembly approved some important changes at its meeting last month designed to improve the governance of the association and increase member engagement on the regional level. The major changes include reducing the size of the Board of Directors from 43 to 25 members, establishing a regional executive committee for each of MSBA's 17 regions, made up of the regional chair, Board of Directors representative from the region, school governance representative, advocacy representative, and member resources representative. And establishing a regional action committee for each region, made up of the regional executive committee members and the delegate from each member board in the region. The transition to the changes will occur during the 2013-14 year, while full implementation will occur during 2014-15. MSBA is part of the Coalition for Missouri's Future, a group working to keep the legislature from overriding Governor Nixon's veto of House Bill 253, the huge tax cut bill that would threaten the ability of the state to fund public education and other critical services. But MSBA Executive Director Dr. Carter Ward says the effort to protect state funding for our schools will not end, no matter what happens during the legislature's veto session in September.
But even if the veto of this bill is sustained, there no doubt will be other tax cut bills introduced for the 2014 legislative session. And for that reason, your association has called together more than 20 organizations throughout Missouri to form a coalition for Missouri's future. The coalition's purpose is to prevent the veto override of House Bill 253 in the short run and to oppose future attempts to reduce state revenue that will threaten funding for education and other critical state services.
Dr. Ward made his comments during MSBA's Leadership Summit meeting. Since then, the Coalition for Missouri's Future has grown to nearly 40 organizations representing K-12 education, higher education, healthcare, and the business community. If you've not done so already, we urge you to contact your legislators this summer and urge them to oppose any attempt to override the veto of the harmful tax cut bill. Registration is now open for the 2013 MSBA Annual Conference in cooperation with the Missouri Association of School Administrators. This year's event is scheduled for October 3rd through 6th at the Lake of the Ozarks. We'll have another outstanding lineup of keynote speakers and more than 80 breakout sessions, all designed to improve the leadership skills of school board members and administrators. You can register for the annual conference on the MSBA website. MSBA's Center for Education Safety is sponsoring the annual Safe Schools and Colleges Conference, October 1st through 3rd, just prior to this year's annual conference. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.